Just a day, just an ordinary day, just trying to get by. Welcome back to another vlog. I hope you're all having a good week. I honestly have been in a bit of a lull since I got back from Colorado, and I haven't been picking up the camera as much, which is pretty typical for me when I'm feeling a little bit more low or blue or things like that. But we're turning that around today. These gray skies and gloomy, rainy weather are not gonna rain on my parade. And we're gonna get our shit together because you know what? We got one life to live, and why not live it well? I think for me, the thing that I always get hung up on is when bad things happen or things don't go my way, it feels like doomsday. And I just have to remind myself that you can still live even through times that are not ideal, even in times of stress, all of those things. And there's so much in this world that is completely out of our control. So I'm just not gonna let it get to me. I'm gonna do me, keep focusing on myself, keep focusing on my health, my wealth, all of the things that are important to me, my family, my friends, and just take it one day at a time. So if you're feeling similarly to me, you're feeling a little bit off, you're feeling a little bit defeated, whatever you're going through, just know I'm right there with you, and I am choosing to be better. I'm choosing good. I'm choosing happiness. I am choosing joy because no one can take my joy away. No one can take my happiness away. And I think that is extremely powerful. I think when we stop letting others dictate how we should feel or shouldn't feel, I think that's when we lose. So girl, let's put our big pants on and let's get to it because we have got one life. We are not going to let other people bring us down. No, we are not. We are not doing that. So instead of wallowing in the winter months and being all sad because things didn't go my way, we're gonna get into our winter arc, baby. So if you're wondering what the fuck is a winter arc, a winter arc is when you take the winter months and you use them to glow the fuck up. So instead of hunkering home and watching all of the TV and just being cozy and vibey and all of those things, you take this time to build the best version of yourself. You can do this through movement, you can do this through journaling, wellness, reading, hard 75, soft 75 type-esque things. You can do whatever it is that makes sense for you. And for me, I personally want to focus on improving my strength and mobility. I really want to be strong. I want to go into 2025 feeling like I can fight lions, tigers, and bears. I know that if I continue to focus on strength training and mobility and Pilates and all those things, that will help me to continue to be stronger and feel like I'm gaining that sense of strength back. And don't get me wrong, I'm already strong, but I could be stronger. I think the thing that is the hardest for me though is food. Food will always be the biggest challenge for me. I am an emotional eater. I'm a person who used to struggle with binge eating disorder, and I have to be very careful and mindful of the choices that I make when it comes to the things that I eat and when it comes to how much I am putting focus or energy towards my food choices. So I want to be intentional, I want to be mindful, I want to eat things that fuel me, and I want to make sure that if I am feeling off emotionally, that food is not the thing that I'm turning to. So I'm still gonna eat good, I'm still gonna do all of the things that I normally do. I just wanna be a bit more mindful around my habits, making sure that I'm not mindlessly eating, making sure that I'm really listening to my body, eating when I'm hungry, those types of things. Really prioritizing that aspect is gonna be important for me to get through these next few months. And the last thing that is gonna be important for me in my winter arc is creativity. I love being a creative person, whether that's work related or just for personal creativity. I really want to make sure that I'm giving myself the time to tap into that part of my brain. It's so important to me, and it's something that I value so much, and I want to just, get back into painting, drawing, all of those things, and really just focus on that element because it makes me feel so happy. It brings me so much joy, and that's something that I want to be a theme for this winter arc. Consistency, joy, and creativity. Also, look at these ducks. So if you like the idea of doing a winter arc for yourself, let me know in the comments. What are some of the things that you're going to include in your winter arc? I'll try to drop some resources below for you all, or other ideas as well, just in case you're like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what I want to do. I don't know how to feel motivated. I got you. Just check the description. I'm excited, y'all. We're in this together. Hello, my beautiful little butterflies. It has been literally several weeks since I picked up the camera. I've had so much life shit that's been happening, and we had Thanksgiving and all of these things that I was just like not able to get it together. So we're getting back into the video today because there's so much I want to do before the end of 2024. Just to give you a little context, I had to take an emergency trip back to my hometown in Wisconsin, and I had several family members, including my grandma, in the hospital. And there was just a lot going on. We're on the up and up. Things are going better. But you know, life has been lifing. And when life starts to life for me, YouTube is the one thing that I tend to take a step back from because it is a bit of a challenge. I love YouTube. It's my absolute favorite platform. I love creating long form content. I love getting to hang out with you all. It is the platform that makes me feel the most connected to the community that I've created. But it also means that when things go south, I tend to put it on the back burner, which makes me sad because I love hanging out with you all. I love being able to share my life with you all. But I don't know, I've always had a hard time sharing stressful moments in life. And I think that's just because A, I'm a perfectionist, and B, who wants to see me on social media crying? I already cry enough. So anyways, that's a little update on what's been going on in my life the last couple of weeks. And I'm just happy to be back with you all. I'm happy to finally be back in Nashville in my space. Let's get packed up, go to the grocery store, maybe run over to Target, get a couple of things for the week.
Trees aren't green, the ocean is gray, sky is a vague blue, come my way. My room is a mess, it could use a hand. My favorite TV shows to capture on. I know my schedule.
I've had these before and they're so good. I'm definitely grabbing these. So I'm gonna make salmon bowls because my mom had them a couple of weeks ago and I've been dreaming about them ever since, and the salmon looked amazing. And I'm gonna do that Greek ground beef pasta dish, and then I got a couple rotisserie chickens, a bunch of really good snacks because I am like low on all the snacks. And they also had frozen rice there, which is one of the biggest reasons why I always go to Trader Joe's, but they had it there, so I just bought it there. So we're not going to Trader Joe's. I'm just gonna run over to the other grocery store because I need a few things to round out all the meals, and then we're going home. Back in the car, I was like a friggin' lost puppy inside of there. It was insane. I knew where nothing was. I think I've been to Publix like a couple times. It's definitely not a grocery store I normally go to. And I couldn't find anything. I was like, it took me a million years to find the green onion. I couldn't find cilantro. And then I was like so lost. And I got almost everything except they didn't have any kind of eggs that I was interested in buying. And I also forgot edamame. I'm finally home with the 10,000 bags of groceries. Ugh. Big bag first. Lettuce, tomatoes, chicken. I love these. They're just great for those days when you don't feel like cooking. I just throw them in my air fryer. So good. Siete Foods tortillas, cucumbers, because sometimes you need to eat an entire cucumber. My mom is obsessed with these, so hopefully I will be too. A big box of rice. Honestly, this box is more air than it is rice, but they had it at Costco, so I had to get it. Here we are with another bag. Cherries. I was inside of Costco. They were taste testing these two things together. Delicious. 10 out of 10. Definitely recommend. I'm gonna be having these with some chicken or something easy because delish. I got the ground beef for the viral pasta that we're gonna make later. These chips, I keep seeing this brand everywhere. Never tried it, but it sounded interesting, and I love anything barbecue flavored. And then I also got some more almond crackers. Hummus. You saw the last vlog, then you already know why I'm obsessed with this. 2 things of Greek yogurt. This is my favorite brand, the Faye. I technically did not need a cottage cheese, but because this was in stock, I just picked another one up. Some butter, and then feta cheese in the brine. The big salmon fillet. Got a golden pineapple. Our last bag. I got these little coconut bites for a little evening treaty. And then if I don't like those, I got the ones that I know I do like. Let's put all this away. Let me show you. This is pretty much an empty fridge for me. There's 2 crusty old carrots in there. This is completely empty. So we need to restock her. And we're done. We've got everything in its place. It's nice and stocked. I don't know about you all, but a stocked fridge just makes me so happy. Okay, I had to get changed because I'm filming this for TikTok and Instagram as well, but it's finally time to make the viral, I think her name is Anna Reed, I don't know what exactly her name is, but the viral Turkish pasta. I think it's gonna be easy, but I kind of am trying to decide if I want to spice it up a little bit, if you will. There's not really a lot of seasonings in it, or I could, you know, follow the recipe to a T and give you what my exact opinions and thoughts are on it. So I can't decide. Do I zhuzh up the recipe, or do I just follow it to a T? Because I never follow things to a T. I've always been an against the grain kind of girl. I've never been one to always follow directions, kind of beat to my own drum. So we'll see what we do. Not look delicious. First impressions of this, it's good. It's really good. I actually like it a lot, way more than I was expecting to. Cheers. Yummy. I love that the meat is crispy. It's not like overly crispy, but it's crispy enough where it does take on more of like the flavor profile of like a gyro or a kebab style. I ended up going back in and putting 2 cloves of frozen garlic into that yogurt mixture. I think I put too much garlic in, so it's a bit more garlicky than I would like, and I love garlic. So that's my one caveat. Probably add a few more tomatoes and maybe some feta cheese, because it does feel like it needs a little bit more creaminess, which is kind of odd since there is so much cream from the Greek yogurt, but overall, I really enjoy it. It's gonna be something that I'm gonna eat for the week, and I do think I would make it again. Yummy gourmet. Finally got all my little mood light things going and put my Christmas lights on and my candles on. And I'm so excited because I'm gonna do a little, I think, crocheting tonight. I saw this really cute, it's kind of like a ski mask situation, but it's made out of granny squares. And because I have all this extra crochet fabric here that I haven't really used, I kind of think that would be a really fun thing to do. So I'm gonna see how many I can get done tonight, because that's gonna be my little creative unwind moment for the evening. So here's my little basket of different yarns. See, this is what I started working on last year, never finished it. And here's another part to it. This is what like one of the granny squares looks like. But I'm thinking if I do a granny square kind of like this for this thing that I want to make, I think these will work. And maybe I'll make it really colorful and use like all the different colors. It's kind of fun, right? I'll try to pop a little image in of what the vibe is of what I'm going for. The one that I saw online was like very monochromatic. It's black and white and it's really cute. But I think I might do a little more color first and then go from there. Here's another square. Another one. Ooh, it could be fun to do it all with blacks. I don't know. Oh my God, I have so many squares that I started. Oh, here's another section of this scarf. I have a lot of this started. So from what I can tell on the website, it looks like they're doing the same kind of granny square that I was doing, except instead of it being 1, 2, 3, it's 6. So I actually think I'm just gonna use these black ones and make them bigger. And I can't decide if I wanna do like the pink and red on this one, or if I wanna add a different color around and then continue with that black. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think it'll be fun to just use what I already have and expand off of that. I already have so many of these squares made. So I think I only need like 10 squares total for the whole entire hat. I think it's called a baklava or something like that is the type of hat that it is, but that's what I wanna make. One side done so far. For not having done this in a year, I feel like that looks pretty good. Okay, we've got the 1, 2, 3 going into another corner. I'm just doing double chain rows, and this is something that my grandma actually taught me how to do when I was really young, and I love thinking about her. She has since passed, and every time I crochet, it just reminds me of her. I think I was like 7 or 8 when she first started teaching me how to crochet, and I also know how to knit as well, and I love doing things with my hands. I just think it's so therapeutic for me, and it's so calming to me just to do something that's a little bit mindless, create something. Like, can you believe that I'm just creating this with my own 2 hands? I just think that's wild. And there we have it. 1 new row added to this square. Pop that. I'm gonna pull this through, and then because I have it ending right where that one began, I'm just gonna tie these 2 together lightly. It's not technically how you're supposed to do it, but I'm doing it anyways. I think that's the beauty of crocheting things on your own, is that you get to decide exactly what colors you're going to use and what designs you like best and how you're going to make it your own. I think that's what I love so much about art in general. All forms of art and creativity is just that opportunity to be able to create something from your own little brain. I don't exactly know what this granny square pattern is called, but it's just like one of the traditional ones. It's a pretty basic one. If you look up granny squares on YouTube, you'll be able to find a bunch of tutorials if you're wanting to get started. I was like a big crochet and knitting nerd. I don't know if you ever remember, I think it was like a Knitting Vogue or like a teen Knitting Vogue magazine. I used to get it sent to my house, and I loved that magazine. I wish I would have saved them. I might actually have 1 or 2 somewhere at my house in Colorado. They were so amazing, but they would get sent to my house every month, and I would just like follow the patterns, go to the yarn stores and buy all of this different yarn and make scarves for people. And I mean, I was really in it to win it. I had a really big phase in my middle school and high school years. It's done. How pretty. I love it. I'm so excited. I think this is going to be such a fun little project for me to do over the next couple of weeks. My tension in this green row is a little bit off, but I think it's going to be fine once I piece it all together. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's just like the practice that I think is so fun. But basically, it's going to be a bunch of these little squares all around that makes like that baklava style hat. I think it's going to be so gorgeous. I think this is the size I'm going to go with, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rounds. And then connecting, because I think if I do 6, it's just going to be too much. But 6 might be perfect for just to be one big square. So I don't know. But we're off to a really great start. And I'm really excited about just tapping more into my creativity, focusing on movement, and being more mindful and intentional for my winter arc. And I think this is going to be fun. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you all so much. And I'll see you in the next one. Bye.